everybody, my name is Dakota Cox, and today we'll be discussing a little bit about masonry with you guys today. For those of you who may not know, masonry is bricklaying. Now, can anybody show me with your hands, do you know the most important rule in masonry? Now, most of you may not know it, but most of this is what you will learn in the first year of school. I attended Parkway West, which was a 4-year vocational school during high school, and I graduated at the top of my class. Now, this is the award I got, and you can pass that around and show everybody. Now, why I chose masonry was because I was always good with my hands since I was younger, and I decided I wanted to do something in the field of some kind of construction, so I took a school, and I took a bunch of classes, and I decided on masonry. Now, knowing the tools of the trade and knowing the two most important rules and what a lead is, it will make masonry so much easier and lead you to do anything you really want to do in it. Now, the tools of the trade, your main tool is a trowel, which is this. You have the level, which is this 6-foot level, and then you have a modulating ruler, which is for any kind of measuring you would need in masonry. Now, the way to hold a trowel, you won't hold it with your wrists and turn like that. You hold it like this with your thumb, and you move it in your fingers to save your wrist in the long run. Now, for the first 2 weeks of class, that is all you're going to be doing. You're going to be mixing mortar and just turning that for 2 weeks straight. It is quite boring, but it will save your wrist in the long run. Now, once you are comfortable after that 2 weeks, you will start to lay your first 2 courses of brick. Now, a course of brick is, of course, just one line of bricks across, and then once you're done with that, you'll build the next one. You will start with 3 bricks, and then you will draw a line, and then you will lay to that line. And then you will move on and do the next one, and so forth and so forth. So you just build those two courses of brick, and you'll do that for a few weeks as well. And then once you're comfortable with doing that, you're going to go on to learning the two important rules. And that is, the first 2 courses of the brick are the most important thing in masonry. Because if you mess up there, it will translate up the entire wall. You will see it unless you don't fix it, and it's a pain if you start at the wall and already mess up. So it is the most important thing to get right. The second most important thing is to make sure that eye level is correct. Because you can mess up 30 feet up in the air and you wouldn't notice, or on the ground, no one's going to be looking down there. So, eye level, if there's something wrong, even the regular average person who doesn't know masonry can probably see an issue. So that's another important thing just to make sure to get correct. Now, once you're comfortable with that, you're going to learn how to make a lead. A lead is another skill that is harder to learn, but it will make it easier at the end once you are finished. Now, a lead looks like a staircase of brick, and what you do is once built, you can draw a line between each course and just lay brick like that. So instead of having to level 3 bricks, run a line, level 3 bricks, run a line, you build this staircase and you just throw a line across. Keep doing it. You can build a small lead. That's only 5 bricks. You can build 7 leads. You can build quarter leads. Once you build a lead, you can pretty much build anything. Once you do all that, there's tons of other tricks and tips that you can learn to make things easier, but those are just the basic things that you would do to get started. You'd learn it in the first year. Now, once you start it, that's all you do in the beginning. And then you'll start building your walls, and you'll never forget it. I've been out of the trade for a few years now, but I still know how to hold a trowel. It might take a little bit, but I still have the muscle memory for it. And it's really not as hard as people think. It might seem daunting in the beginning when you first fail, but after a while you get used to it. You start building bigger things and cooler objects. And once you learn these base things, you can really build anything that is harder. And it's all based off of simple things. What I built here was in my senior year, and it was a spiral. All it is a square, and then you move it a quarter inch. You build on top of it, move it a quarter inch, and you just keep doing that. And you just keep making a square, building a quarter inch, and you build a spiral. And it seems like it's really hard to do. It wasn't. It just took a while, but all I did was use a level, use a line, and simple tools. I could build that with the tools I have on this table, and it would be done. Now, if you follow these simple rules, you can build stuff like that. So in closing, thank you guys.